What's up, Internet? We are here with yet another very special episode of whatever the hell this is. Today, we're going to be talking about Birthdays the Beginning, a game that I impulse bought. And I don't normally do that, but before we get into this and figure out what this game is, we should probably talk about the genesis of how this entire thing happened to come about. See, yesterday I was on eBay, as you do, and I saw a Japanese copy of this on the Nintendo Switch, and I saw this claymation dinosaur on the cover, and I swear I saw that before somewhere, but I couldn't place it. So I looked it up, and there's a Nintendo Switch version coming at the end of the year, but there was also a PS4 version that came out a whole year ago and completely passed me by because I swear I saw this, but I still can't place where or when or under what circumstances. And there was an Amazon link from the page that I was looking this game up on, so I went there, and a used copy of this game was going for $90, but a completely new version of the collector's edition, confusingly enough, was going for $20. And at which point I just said, yep, I guess we're doing this, and here we are. And then it was now, and then I don't know what happened, so let's figure out what the hell this game is. To help answer the age-old question of, what is Birthdays the Beginning, and how the hell do I even know this game? Because I genuinely have no idea how I know this game. But I do. Somehow. Genuinely, I swear I've seen this before, but I just can't place where. I don't even know what this game is. Yes, thank you, game. There is lots of stuff I don't know. Game, it's saying exactly what we're all thinking. Books are good. I'm actually like that too. I've got 40 books on my headboard right now that I've been trying to get through reading for the past 5 years. I work a lot. I'm sorry, books. I can't ever finish you. Okay. So, new game. And one day, we decided to play this. Okay, so we've got ourselves a map. Ooh, treasure's cool. I like treasure. Is it claymation treasure, perhaps? Or did the art design people just decide to go back to the 90s and make everything all claymation-y? I miss claymation. That was a cool art style. Seriously, go back and look at 90s promotional material for stuff. Everything was claymation back then, and it was really awesome because you don't see that anymore. Now it's just CG and shit, and it's just it loses a level of authenticity. Sure, it looks maybe a little bit more realistic, but it just feels less real in its own sense because there's no physical existence like there was with claymation. Because claymation, you knew that actually existed. Digging the art style, even though this is pre-rendered nonsense. It looks nice anyway. You fell asleep in a cave. And then you were eaten by the Gru! And that's why you don't spend 3 turns in the dark, because the Gru comes and gets you. We appeared in Minecraft. Hey, listen. Okay. I guess we'll name it after ourselves, because of course we will. I always am a chosen one. That seems to be a constant theme with my life. Okay. So we need to create life. It's a god game. Cool. Okay. Okay, so you can use L1 to change your point of view. Hold L1 to move right stick to zoom in and out. Okay, I want to point out they're not letting me actually experiment with this while they're telling me this. So I guess they're expecting me to remember all this after this instead of just, you know, figuring it out while I play it. And if that's really the case... Whee! Flying around. That was fun. But really, if they're going to like tutorialize you like this, it would be beneficial to let you, you know, test out what they're telling you to do while you're like going through the actual instructions, so it sort of ingrains itself both on a mental level from what you're reading as well as a physical level from your action, as opposed to simply one or the other. Because if they're just going to let you experience through doing, they might as well just get rid of the entire tutorial and just let you figure it out on your own at that point. Okay, so you can raise land, and then R2 lowers it. Fair enough. Can you like paintbrush a wider area with this? Exactly like that. Fantastic. Interesting, so stuff respawns to how you act on the world. Now this actually brings up a question about God games, and that is it simply reactionary to what you do, or can you like actively take part in whatever life is going to, you know, come from your actions? Because that's the problem some God games have, which is basically they give you the tools to interact with the world, and then once you shape your world, you're basically done and you've just got a fish tank to look at. And yeah, sure, there might be evolutions past that, but you've pretty much done everything you need to at that point. Okay, you can use your left while you're raising. L1. Okay, I don't think they've actually told us how to make a bigger thing for our map yet. Okay, I've run out of HP. Did I die? Did I black out and get taken to the Pokemon Center? Oh wait, that's another video thing I'm doing. Okay. So there's an item on the map. Okay, you still haven't shown me how to expand my control region though. So then we'll dig a big hole. Press X to open. Oh, that is a bother. I actually had a plan. I was gonna make like a giant ocean and then make like an island, and on this island there's gonna be like a giant wall of mountains and then like a little oasis in the middle. That way you got like a bunch of different segregated environments just to see how stuff turns out. That'd be kind of neat. Whoops. X. Triangle. That's what I want. Okay. And then do I... Ah, there we go. That seems like a reference. guess we'll connect them and just have a giant pit. Because that could be pretty interesting to see what that ends up creating. Okay. Primordial drop obtained. Okay, so that's X. Select with triangle, which is really kind of awkward. And then X, triangle, square. Interesting. The start of many birthdays, hence the name. Okay, so see negatives. Negatives, of course, referring to the fact that it's below sea level. Basic information, but alright. Broth of life. Because primordial soup, broth, I get it. Okay. Drop. Okay, that seems kind of foreboding. Things can go real bad real quick if things work without time stop. Okay. That seems weird that time only unfreezes when you're not part of it, though. Like, that seems like it's kind of taking you away from directly intervening with whatever is going to grow here. Okay, so L1. Phytoplankton. Yep, there it is. Happy birthday, phytoplankton. I'm pretty sure you're some kind of plant thingy. Or a bacteria, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've taken biology. This is getting dangerously close to Seaman. If temperature is something you gotta worry about. Do you have to worry about air quality? Is Leonard Nimoy going to walk out and talk to us about life and whatever nonsense? Do I need a microphone to talk to my game? Oh god, I hope not. That was nightmare-inducing. I need to get a copy of Seaman for a review at some point. You can super speed up the time. I already saw that button. And HP is, of course, the measure of which you can interact with the world, I suppose. So, basically, you're expending your own ability to interact with the world while having to wait for it to regenerate by letting it do its own thing. So it's kind of half passive, half active. That's interesting. Now, zooplankton, that is the animal bacteria thingy, if I recall correctly. And you can learn all about this by playing the first 2 minutes of Spore, which is the first quarter of the game and the first chunk of the first half of why that game is good. Completely ignore the last half of Spore, it's crap. And now I'm gonna have to play Spore after this. Spore was good. So what this game is saying is it heavily supports evolution theory. So creationists, get out now. You might be seriously offended. Although you could also claim that this little cube thingy slash my character is God, so I guess in a way it does also support creationism, if you want to stretch your belief like that. Okay, so let's go to micro mode and shape some stuff. That goes down. I want to build a big thing here. Let's see how high we can make this grow. That would be as high as we can make that grow. And then this game, like, I guess it's through the use of items, because that's how we made those big divots, but they didn't really explain how this giant mountain was created. I guess it was through items, but they could have explained that better initially, I'll admit, because that left me a little confused. I want to make a big wall right here. Basically, it's the world if Donald Trump had his way of being God in deciding how things came about. Or, you know, geological architecture, or whatever. And we have 1 HP left, so let's give our world a little bit more personality. Boop. And give it one little divot. Now we go to macro mode. And let's see what happens. Start time. Fast forward. Oh crap, that actually drains HP, crap. Start time. Fast forward. Okay, we've got a thing. Hooray, happy birthday. Hey game, you missed my birthday. By like a month. What's up with that? You're celebrating everyone else's birthday. Why aren't you celebrating mine? We are getting all advanced up in here. We've got algae. Okay, that means we don't have to worry about them dying off or whatever then. Temperature, prosperity in extinction, and location. And that will ultimately dictate what grows here, I guess. Of course, through natural evolution's processes as well. We're probably not going to get human beings immediately. I think they have to evolve a few different generations of things first. Is there a way to avoid extinctions? Oh hey, there's our little algae dudes next to our magical wall mountain. Okay, so it's a little blinky red thing. Oh god, you're making me use the touch graham cracker. God, this is why I hate the stupid PS4 controller. I hate this stupid thing in the middle of it that does virtually nothing of value. Okay, so here's this. I'm abducting you! And I'm going to perform experiments. And I'm going to turn you into like a half cow, half algae, half triceratops thing. And I'm going to bend the giant rules of physics to create 3 halves of a single 100% thing, because I have that kind of power in this world. Because as far as you're concerned, world, I am God. Okay, so we've got RPG elements. It did say level in the corner, and it does have HP, so that makes sense. which means we'll be able to modify our terrain a lot more and keep it in fast forward for longer without having any ill effects. There we go. Okay, now that it's mentioning view modes, I'm just going to say this right now. This game better have like a first-person mode perspective of like stuff in the world, or else I'm going to be a little disappointed. Also, if you could actually like actively take control of an individual thing in the world, that'd be kind of cool too. I mean, the world's not that big or anything, but still, I think that'd be cool. I don't know why you'd use the directional buttons, that seems weird. L3. Yeah, first person mode. Whoa. Okay, so here's a fun story. The controls horizontally are inverted. That's just weird. Can I... Nope. L? That didn't do it. Okay, yeah, so... Didn't quite figure that out, but left and right in that first-person mode were inverted for some reason. Now I'm sad because the camera was weird. But I want to change things. Oh, you won't let me, will you? But I want to make my cursor bigger, and you're saying I can't do that. Crap. I want to make this. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm making it. There's our little personality divot. I know what we need to make. We will make a smiley face. Make some eyebrows. Make a really wonky smiley face. Make a weird nose. And we'll give it a mustache. And we'll have it stick its tongue out. And that for the sake of making it symmetrical. Ish. Okay, it's not exactly the most exact science. Shut up. Macro mode. Kinda. Okay, so we're probably expecting things to completely die off, and basically it's going to be complete genocide because it's in my hands. I am a vengeful god, damn it. I will smite all of you. I wonder what would happen if we reduced the size of the the depth of the terrain to like the lowest possible number. Would something special grow from that? Widening the shallows. Your goal is 1,000. Okay. So, how do we figure out what 1,000 shallows is, though? And also, Actually, we should probably do it right around here so we can actually see it. I can't go lower than that. Sad. Make a little window for this little experiment. And they said we want to widen the shallows, so let's do that, I guess. Now it said our goal is 1,000. What exactly does that mean, though? Because maybe I'm missing something out, but I didn't see like a numeric value for what we were doing. Like, let's pop out to the macro mode and let time roll so we can get some more health. But I'm not seeing any like numeric value for shallows. I'm seeing a water percentage. Let's speed things up a little. Oh no! It went extinct? Oh, but it grew some more. Hooray! So, that was a zero-sum thing. Jellyfish are cool. Are they like those bioluminescent jellyfish that light up in the dark? Those are really neat. And also in Monster Hunter. And you'll have to forgive me, I just got off of, literally before recording this, I just got off of beating the final boss to Monster Hunter, so I'm still pretty tense from that. Good final boss fight, though, and there's lots more to do, of course, because it's Monster Hunter. Go play Monster Hunter. And maybe this, I'm not sure yet. That's not what I want to do. I want to access my inventory, which is square, which is not remotely confusing. Okay, square, select. Square, triangles to select. And we will put it right here. Hold on. I want to make our giant wall better. We're going to make a wall so awesome, Donald Trump will be jealous. He'll hire me on his wall architect. Except unlike his wall, this one isn't racist, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful wall of creation. And maybe it'll be like some kind of mountain or something. And maybe we'll get like woolly mammoths on top of it or something. Very, very thin woolly mammoths so they can stay on top of it. But woolly mammoths nonetheless. I don't know. I just feel like I need to expend my HP. And I don't know what I can do to make that happen. Yes! I want to do this. I want to do this. And I want to make... Ooh, maybe we could make it like a volcano or something. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, go to macro mode. And then let's see life happen. Because life always finds a way. Fast forward. Okay, we got some jellyfish things, maybe. Okay, so stuff evolves. Interesting. Okay. Interesting, so it's a biology lesson as well. I'm definitely not seeing this beating out my favorite God game ActRaiser, but it's kind of at least interesting, and there's a biology proponent to it, which is kind of nice. Okay, if you can give birth to an organism without using items, something good might happen later. So basically what you're saying is I should stop using items to make things happen. Stop ruining things, Navi. You ruin things for Link. Stop ruining it for Discount Ultraman over here. Okay. Now we gotta use our touch graham cracker to get something from this thing, right? Or is that a different something? Because I thought we just gave birth to a new thing. Ah, there it is. There's a little jellyfish. Hold on. That's not what I needed. What is the... That's what I want. Let's look at our awesome little jellyfish guy. Okay, yeah, seriously, these are some messed up... Capture? Oh, right. I'm abducting it, right. I thought that was like a photography sort of thing. It looks like a Puyo Puyo thing. I'm gonna name you Gary. Gary the jellyfish thingy. Can we... They did say options would fix everything. Avatar status, game info, options. Okay, it says they're normal, but I'm pretty sure they were both inverted. So we're gonna invert both and see if that fixes stuff. So let's go. Okay, so left and right is normal now. Up and down is still a little messed up, so let's try re-inverting it, I guess. So vertical camera, normal. Now let's see if that fixes things. Down. Okay, so up, down, left, right. Yep, that works. It's a happy birthday to you day miracle, Gary. Also, you just got eaten by a giant, ugly green thing that might be the inside of this volcano world. Okay. I'm getting faint traces of, like, inner world stuff, if that's supposed to be grass. Is there, like, an inner world version of this where you can, like, invert the world and there'll be, like, a magma sky? That would be awesome. I don't know. But, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, now we want to go out of that mode. And, right, we wanted to use our new Sea of whatever, Seed Evolution, Seed of Extinction, whatever. And we wanted to use it on this thing. So, menu. God damn it. Menu should not be X. That's almost as bad as O being confirm in Japanese games. Okay. Use. Okay. Now that did a thing. And, I guess for the moment we've done everything we need to. Actually, let's see what happens if I keep this in case. Like, will that cause it to be turned into something, or will it kill it off? Or we're just going to make a giant wall around it to make sure it can't get out. Because if life finds a way, it better find a way on its own in the most dire circumstances. Because that's how I roll. Now let's see you evolve your way out of that. Also, this game gives true achievements out like candy, if that matters to you. Can I make a bigger... No, you won't let me make a bigger, terrain modifier thing. Okay, fair enough. No. Oh, that's because I'm in the item selection thing. Fair enough. And we'll give our little guy here ears. And your other ear will be there. And then we'll make a volcano. Yeah. Now we just need lava. Okay, now macro mode. Start time. Hey, we created some other things. Awesome. Okay, so we shouldn't just use them, huh? Yes, I do know what a trilobite is. I've actually seen the fossils to them. Minimum of... okay, we don't have enough jellyfish things. and shallows of 48 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we have air temperature. Does that also calculate water temperature, or is that separate? Okay. Shallows. 50 degrees. So we need to lower the temperature, and lowering the temperature requires more shallows. Also, I'm kidnapping you! Hooray! It's seaweed. Hooray! Level up. We're even better, as in space Ultraman thingy now. Okay, so we need to lower the shallows, because they needed a certain amount of shallows. And they need to lower the temperature to 48, which average seems to be about a 2 degrees difference. So let's lower this. Plus 1 degree. No, that's the opposite of what I want. Oh, right, because it's land that increases. Okay, so I just need to make more land then. Okay. Then we'll make more land. And we need it to be 48. Now, I'm not sure if this will... end up affecting the sea temperature too dramatically. The sea is still 50 degrees. It might take a second for that to... Oh, okay, yeah, so 51 to 36, that's the difference we've caused, so yeah. I just noticed that. It's in the top right. That's not immediately apparent, so we have to wait for time to take place, so start time. And we might have to increase more water now, so micro mode. And we'll increase the water a little bit. Plus 1. Oh, hey, how's our little guy doing over here? Oh, he's still alive over here. Oh, no, he's not. Life didn't find a way. You disappoint me, life. It won't be the first time. I'm sure it's not the last. Okay, so 37. $38. $39. $41. Now the question is, it said we needed 48 degrees. The question is, how stringent is that? Is it like a suggested area? Is there like an area or like an amount that we can deviate from that? Like, can we be like up to 5 degrees difference? Or is there like a, it just has to be this level for sure for it to happen, at least initially? $47. $48. Okay. So there should be tons of shallows for there to be more jellyfish guys. And it's 48 degrees, so we should be able to create trilobites now. Or their ancestors or whatever. Fast forward. Oh, they're decreasing. They're increasing. Seed of mutation has emerged in the cube. What does that mean? Now, is that an item I received, or... Okay. Now, it did seem to say that was what was necessary to make it mutate, and our little obnoxious friend here said that Gary should evolve on his own if that's the requirements are met, which they are. In fact, let's ask and see if she tells us. Okay, so we've got the proper water. We have shallows. We do have algae. That'd be those little clumpy things that aren't the seaweed. So we really do just need to wait this out. And I've mentioned this before, but this does sort of come to what might be the biggest issue, which is this is fun, but how much of it's just going to be waiting? Because at that point, it's just a fish tank. And for the price of this game, you could literally just go buy a cheap fish tank and a fish. And seriously, a fish tank and a beta fish are like grand total maybe $30 combined. And they're fun to look after. Speaking as someone who's had a beta fish before. In fact, I've had a few, but my point being, if this is just a digital fish tank with constant stop and start gameplay and how much of the actual gameplay is just sitting around waiting, it ends up kind of getting a little boring, I would think. But we did make our goal of whatever the hell this thing is. This is big. In terms of human or any sort of mammalian evolution, this is a big deal. Oh right, I'm kidnapped from another world or something, right? Okay, so lowland of 41 degrees, minimum 6,000 kalunas. We've got that. Moisture 15%. And would moisture be affected by water percentage, or is there something else that we need to take into account for that? Like precipitation? What's on the table here? Okay, so we need to drop the land temperature. Now again, let's see. 41 degrees, lowlands, and a moisture of 15%. Okay, so our moisture content, which I think is what's at the bottom of the minimap, is currently 45%. So we need to fix that, and we have to decrease the temperature some, which would require us to create more land. So let's, that's the wrong way. Let's get rid of our eyebrows here. Hey, we've got grass now. Neat. And that's all we can do for the moment. Let's see what happens as things go in real time. Actually, in very, very fast time, as that is, in fact, a cube year, if, you know, we take that as actual years. Which you would have to do if you wanted to take this as, like, a accurate view of evolution. You couldn't do it in real time. It would take too long, obviously. That's down. We need that to go up. Now, they said we also needed lowlands, and the question is, what exactly is classified as lowlands? Like, it says lowlands, but what part does it stop being lowlands? So, that's lowlands, that's lowlands, that's lowlands, that's upland. Okay, so, pretty much anything above 5 cubes in height is lowland, if it's land at all. Goodbye, face. I'll miss you. Now, how do we affect humidity or moisture content, as the game called it, or whatever? Okay, back up. Let's let time fly as we get our HP back. hop back in. I will admit the hopping out, hopping in nonsense, that feels like it could get old real quick. I would not want to live here, is all I'm saying, because this is really janky terrain. IW Mount Kano, because it's a volcano. I know we need lowlands, not uplands, or whatever they're called, but raising land should decrease the temperature all the same, which should in turn affect everywhere. So let's go. Oh, we got something new. Barawanthia. Okay, so the game is done once I capture this little fern thingy. I'm gonna call you Dale. Thanks for rescuing me, Dale. Okay, I guess we're free now. That was a short game. Okay, that was an episode, so this is an episodic game. Oh, and it's going all Angry Birds with Stars style. So basically, these are, in their own way, challenge modes. What happens if we get all the stars, though? Like, if we got all the stars, would this unlock a new feature for the world? A new species we could evolve into? What's on the table, game? Okay. Free play mode available. That's nice. And we can save. I've gone back in time. Are we getting like first-person walkabout story mode now or something? Yes. Oh, I just realized this isn't randomly generated land. This is literally the landmass we ended with. It's got my awesome wall and my awesome volcano. Awesome. So I guess what's going to happen is it's eventually just going to expand and get significantly bigger as time goes on and as you complete more episodes. And because of this, you can ultimately affect more areas, have more diverse variants of life depending on certain individual ecosystems, because I would imagine, and this is all speculation of course, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that because I want to finish this within an hour, but I would imagine you could probably set up individual like mini ecosystems depending on how you set it up properly, which would be pretty interesting. And then you could maybe get like crossover maybe? Like again, this is all speculation on my part, but it's fascinating, if nothing else. Yep. I have a feeling our little cube buddy Navi is actually some kind of evil omnipotent presence. Yeah, but last time I used items I didn't get all the stars. I get a rain cloud and sunlight. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, rivers. Now that's actually pretty cool. No more stagnant water for us, no siree. I guess I'll have to. Where do I want my river? I think we'll put it right about here. It should work. Okay, so that's not the right button. I still cannot get used to this menu control. Okay, so it's X to menu, and triangle to select. Okay, select. Okay, so that's not working. Is it too... Okay, so it has to be at 1. So why can I not river? Yeah, I'm trying. Why can I not... You said it had to be 1? But it's not wanting to do that. Creates a source in a 3x3 section of flatland. Okay. So basically we need to make a little... expand that. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, we should be able to river now. River! Now the question is, does the expansion of grass and life around a river also include, like, the ocean of whatever that is? Yes, it does. I'm saying that without reading. Okay, so basically you just dig a trench from the river and that will actually create a river. And you have to have it at +1 or else it becomes the sea. Okay. Okay, so let's lower our thing to that, and we'll go boop, boop, boop. Interesting. If you expand the cursor and lower the adjacent terrain, the entirety of the cursor will create a river. That's, I'm guessing, assuming that you start in a river, though. As opposed to starting on a land that has, like, the edges touching a river. I imagine that would just turn it into land. If you hold down L1 and move, the terrain... Okay, that's actually really useful. Because you can very clearly see my land is a little bit jaggy. Paikia. There's a hint in-game info. Okay, fair enough. L. Okay. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Raise that. Lower that. Okay, that's kind of neat. Oh, can I raise this? No, I can't. Shit. Uh-oh. Things are going wrong. This is interesting. And then if we go like that, That didn't exactly go how I wanted it to. Oh well. Fast forward. Let's see. Zoom in. Now we should be able to first person view our awesome waterfall thing. Those controls are a little bit wonky. This game was not made to be played in first person, evidently. But, waterfalls. I made them because I'm awesome. Anyway, this has been... What is it? Birthday's the Beginning. I had to look at the box art again. It's some kind of weird... I don't want to say God game, because it really does feel more like a digital fish tank. It has a lot of off time, and yeah, you can speed it up, and I think that's interesting, but at the same time, this feels like a weird sort of thing you could hand your, like, aspiring biologist to be who's in, like, elementary school or something, and it would be pretty cool. There seems to be a lot of depth into this game, because I don't think I've even begun to scratch the surface here. But is it a good game? Honestly, I'm not sure I can even call it a game. It's more like an educational, kind of like fish tank type thing. It's basically Seaman, well, I'd say Seaman 2.0, but that exists on the Xbox already. It's Seaman 3.0, I guess. If you're interested in creating a world, creating life, and seeing what that's like, or you really just can't be asked to own a fish, which fish are not that big of an issue to, you know, keep alive, so maybe go get fish, or if you can't be trusted with that, sea monkeys. They're even easier. Or triops. They're like sea monkeys, but badass. Seriously, they're like actual trilobites. They have 3 eyes. I got a kit of them for Christmas. They were awesome. But my point is, do I consider this a good game? Not really. It's interesting, and I think there's a lot of depth here, and I'm definitely going to be quote-unquote playing this for a while yet, just to see what I can do with it. But my initial impressions are, it's an interesting thing to look at, it's an interesting thing to experiment with, but as a game itself, not so much, but again, it's not so much a game. If you have an interest in science, if you have an interest in creationism and evolution, because this kind of supports both, yeah, maybe. But as a game, not so much. On the bright side, though, apparently the collector's edition is dirt cheap, so, you know, and, you know, that's definitely a point in its favor. It's not super expensive or anything, and it is functionally interesting if you're into biology and science, which I am. But as a game, not so much. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that at the end of the day, I've helped to show you what, in fact, the hell is Birthday's the Beginning. I think I got the name right. This weird god evolution creationism thing that it's not the best god game ever. It's not really even a god game, but it's interesting. If you want to see an evolution game that's more of an actual game, go get Spore. Play like the first 2 chunks of Spore and then ignore the latter half. Because once you start creating tribes in Spore, that game is garbage. But this game, it's interesting from the perspective of a digital fish tank. But unless you want a digital fish tank, maybe give this one a pass unless it looks really interesting or you can find it on discount. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this.